It's good to catch up with you gentlemen again. There's plenty to talk about this week, but the breaking news today is that my old mate David Anderson, the managing director and therefore editor-in-chief of the ABC, has announced he's leaving. He's going to stick around till next year while they find someone to replace him. I've got to answer a few emails, I think. Hannes, looks like he was pushed surely by the new chair.
Yes, it does look a bit that way, but, the question is, will anybody really notice that he's gone? I mean, he clearly isn't the person that runs the place. It seems to be run by the likes of, Laura Tingle and Louise Milligan and people like that. They've all been given free rein to, trumpet their opinions on Twitter and wherever else they feel like doing it, writers' festivals and so on. So, I mean, we're used to seeing him at Senate estimates hearings, sort of, dodging questions and taking questions on notice. But I don't know that we'll notice that much of a difference once he's gone. Well,
that's the point. You're spot on there, Johannes. It's been a staff-run collective. The managing directors had no control, but you've got a new chairman in Kim Williams. And to my reading of this, Mark, is that he's laying down the law, or they want to try and change that culture, get in a new managing director. And maybe with the backing of the board, they can actually run the place rather than allowing all the left-wing journos to run it.
Well, you'd hope so. I don't know. My conspiracy theory is that the MEAA union, the pressure there, just got a little bit too much as well. Because there's an old saying when I first entered film and telly back 10 years ago, a TV veteran told me, he was like, everyone wants to work at the ABC except for the people who are currently at the ABC, and they're incredibly disgruntled. And if you're just a little bit to the right of the far left there, they'll come for you. And this is what happens. They consume themselves. So, he's done.
Yeah, he is done. Interesting bloke. I pursued him for a long while to get an interview. I even turned up at a black-tie charity event to try and get some words from him. And this is part of what unfolded.
I have been waiting for you to invite me onto your program.
Anytime.
Yeah.
That's a standing invitation.
All right. Well,
actually, we've sent requests in the past. Right. Well, we'll make that date soon.
Okay. All right.
Great.
Have a good night, Chris. See you.
Now, honestly, Johannes, people should be straight-up dealers. We had sent him so many requests before I buttonholed him that time, and he said, "Yeah, I'll come on your show." And we've followed up so many times. I don't know, what was that, 2 years ago? He never fronted.
No. Yeah, I remember that well from your documentary that time, and he hasn't showed up. It's unbelievable. You laid the offer right there before him, and he's never taken it up. Quite amazing.
Yeah. Well, his job pays about $1 million a year. I'd do it for $750 if they want to let me have a crack at it. I couldn't be any more ineffective. Let's go to US politics. It's been a big week, the Democrat convention, but Mark, it was interesting to see Donald Trump back out doing an outdoor rally in North Carolina, and sadly but wisely now behind bulletproof glass.
Yeah, a bit of courage in that, to be honest. Like, people are giving him a bit of strife about the bulletproof glass, calling it, it's the Pope-mobile, the Trump-mobile. He's like a religious figure, and he's just going. But like, have a think about it. I think many people have really forgotten about this. That he got shot at. He got shot in the ear. Was inches away from it. It's insane, the courage to be able to get out there and to so casually talk to people and make good points as well. I was watching that. The interview you had just before I came on about that as well. It's like that Trump is just a category at the DNC, which is just a show. There's no policy going on, and he's still fronting up and working with real people, firing them up. It's balls of steel from Trump. I'm really impressed.
And Johannes, the big show in Chicago. It's all about all about sort of lionising or pumping the tyres of Kamala Harris, and I've had a star-studded crew to do that. But you, of course, have got a great memory, and you remember when Barack Obama himself once talked about Sarah Palin, and by bringing her in, the Republicans were trying to put lipstick on a pig. And I think we've got your cartoon from tomorrow, and it's Barack Obama who's trying to put lipstick on the pig of the Democratic ticket.
Yeah, do you reckon I might get in a bit of trouble for this one, Chris? It's happened before with Kamala Harris cartoons that I've done, but yeah, look, I mean, that's it. They must think memories like goldfish, because it's a matter of a month or so ago that she was, rock bottom in the polling, and she was sort of like a running joke. Nobody took her seriously, and everybody was sort of thinking, well, it can't be her. If Jo goes, who else could it be? And then they've decided that, no, they must go with her.
Yeah.
And they've spent the last little while sort of, as you say, pumping up her tyres and creating this narrative. And one by one, they're wheeled out to sort of tell you how fantastic they are. But people seem convinced by this. Certainly the audience are all in raptures over how marvellous she is. Yeah. She went from being a dud to being the saviour of the world in about 5 minutes. But it is amazing what,
so ridiculous.
The art of showbiz.
It's exactly what it is.
Very curated messaging. It's what they're doing.
It's exactly what it is. In Australia, we always talk about you can't fatten the pig on market day. In America, it's all about putting lipstick on the pig. But the thing is that it'll reach a crescendo tomorrow when she gives her speech, and all the media, most of the media, the left-wing media which dominates, will say that she's the favourite. It's all going to happen. But you got to remind them, she is yet to do a press conference, a serious interview, or a debate. So we'll see how she goes when she actually does some unscripted talking.